What's going on, everybody? Jim Johnson here for another episode of Dr. Johnson's Trumpet Play-Alongs. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the importance of having good finger technique. Before we do that, we have to talk a little bit about a very brief history of the trumpet. The trumpet has been around for hundreds of years, but finger facility is a relatively new concept for us. Most of you out there are probably playing a trumpet that looks like this, with 3 valves in the center of the instrument. Prior to the early 1800s, trumpets used to look like this. Notice the lack of valves. Simpler times. An inventor by the name of Heinrich Stölzl created the piston valve, which is what we now have on all of our modern instruments. And that is a brief history in the trumpet. Recalling our previous episodes, Episode 1 discussed tone quality and playing with a beautiful sound. Episode 2 discussed flexibility in playing with a beautiful sound across the range of the instrument. Today's episode about finger technique is playing with a good sound across the range of the instrument in different key signatures. Now, there are plenty of different books out there that have different finger patterns and scale patterns to help work on this idea. I personally believe the easiest way to do this is to play your scales. And in today's video, you are going to play all 12 major scales in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. Before we get to the exercises, it's pretty important that we talk about what our hands actually do with the trumpet. Your right hand has a pretty easy job. It pushes the valves. Nothing really complicated about that one. Your left hand, however, has a little bit more work to do. It holds the weight of the instrument to allow your right hand to be free to push the valves, and works the first and third valve slides to make sure that you're playing in tune with yourself, because, spoiler alert, playing in tune is important. For anybody that's new to the channel, the format for these videos is a repeat method. I will play the exercise first that you see on the screen. The last measure will have 4 quarter notes with X's for note heads, which are your 4 prep beats to then play the exercise immediately after I finish. All right, so to do our recap. Number one, both hands are very important to playing the trumpet. Your right hand works the valves, your left hand holds the instrument and works the slides. Number two, always do these exercises with a metronome. As your fingers push different valves, you are creating rhythm, and we must make sure we have good rhythm as we play any music that comes across our stand, whether it be scales, etudes, solos, band literature, orchestra literature, doesn't matter. Good time is good time. Three, everything that we play on the instrument always falls under the umbrella of playing with the most beautiful sound that you can. That's today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe for more content.